Hello everybody, and welcome to Anime Survivor Discussion Week number 3. And can you believe that King K. Rool is in Smash? He's too big.
Whoa.
It does not fit. He is too big. It does not
that's
fit.
going to fit.
It will not work. It cannot work. There is no precedent for such a large creature such as King K. Rool. What were they thinking? Wow, what a Nintendo Direct for Smash today. Oh, what a lot of content. Holy shit.
In, Simon,
right?
That's crazy.
I called Simon Belmont like months ago, because honestly they don't have a lot of classic IPs left to pull from, but that's one of them.
Yeah, and Luigi's canonically dead. That's fun.
Yeah, Mario canonically ate him to consume his power.
He got killed by Death, remember? In the trailer?
Oh yeah, in Super Paper Mario. No, I don't remember.
In the trailer for Simon Belmont in Smash, Luigi's wandering around with his Luigi's Mansion stuff, and Death comes up and literally kills him.
Hey, that doesn't feel like it fits.
And then Simon Belmont shows up and kills Death.
That doesn't feel like
That's what happened.
Are you sure that fits the Nintendo image?
Hey, he got his soul cut out by the scythe. That's what happened.
Alright, well I'm Eric, and joining me is my co-host Scott.
Hello, Governor.
And today we have a special guest joining us to talk about this season's anime, Logan.
It's the motorcycle outside my house.
Hi, pal.
That's him.
How's it going?
That's Logan.
Yeah, I'm the motorcycle.
He's the motorcycle. It's just like that pilot that never took off about Jack Daniels, whose name is not that, and his talking motorcycle. Jack Black is the name of the actor.
Herbie? The car?
No, it's the Jack Black and his talking motorcycle one.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, Death by Chocolate. Yeah, so this season's anime, oh boy. I've been thinking a lot lately about how killer of a season this is, to which Scott informed me that apparently people don't.
No one likes it.
Yeah, what's going on there? Because I can think of like 4 shows that are awesome and I love to watch, and that doesn't happen like in a year half the time.
I think a lot of people, for whatever reason, only like one show or something. So a lot of people maybe like Hataraku Saibo, but they don't like Asobi Asobase or Grand Blue or anything or whatever, or they like Boku no Hero Academia, but they don't like anything else. So they're just like, oh, there's only one show this season and everything else sucks. And there's like a bunch of stuff. You just have to have open taste, I'd say.
Maybe they just haven't tried all the good shows yet, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably because they're bigots, and this is a big race war.
Of course.
Because that's what it seems like to me. It seems to me as if there are people that would say Attack on Titan will rise again. Or Don't Tread on Me and I Am Overlord 3. Or things like that. Like,
cool rhyme.
There's a lot of good stuff. I mean, I guess half of people are too busy like with jobs and social lives to watch more than one series at a time, but just try a little harder. Come on.
Yeah, that's your fault, not the anime seasons.
Yeah. Just admit that it's a great season and stop spitting your garbage. Asobi Asobase is great. Chio-chan's great. Hataraku Saibo is great. Okay, I watched my first episode of Grand Blue today, and it is great.
Speaking of Grand Blue, how about we get out Logan, what are you watching this season? Because you're watching a bit different stuff.
I'm watching a decent amount of shows this season. Hataraku Saibo, Overlord, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, or whatever that one's called.
Isekai Naoto Shokan Shoujo no Dore Majutsu.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, we use the American names here, Logan.
Yeah, don't use its slave name.
Grand Blue, Hanabado, Island, Asobi Asobase, Boku no Hero as well.
It's pronounced Asobase, I always forget that.
Yeah, and it's pronounced Boku no Piku.
Yeah. It's pronounced Boku no Hero Academy. Come on.
It's pronounced Green Naruto.
I love Green Naruto. Sasuke's a little too edgy in this one, I don't know. His voice is a little too shrill in this one. I hate that guy so much.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's so bad. Satsuriku's so bad. Anyway, I don't want to talk about the bad stuff today. I want to talk about the good stuff. Like the show that we could not fit into our week-long or series of episodes that come on every week. We couldn't fit in Grand Blue, and oh my god, what a shame. Because that is amazing.
Grand Blue is pretty
really
great,
good show.
Especially the first episode. Because I've read the manga since the first episode came out, and I thought the first chapter and a half of the manga was super boring, and I just didn't want to read it. And the anime just made it feel way more alive, even though a lot of people that read the manga think the anime sucks because classic move right there.
Seems pretty classic. They just had so many good visual gags. Every now and then, in the first episode, they light the alcohol on fire to see that it's alcohol and not like tea or water. And they just like set aside a few seconds of silence and then they light it on fire and it's a funny running gag. That's all visual. They're using the medium. They're using the motion. Their faces change. They look dumb.
Well, it's the naked men.
Naked men are hilarious.
Faces.
Exactly.
There's a drinking game for it, which has rules like you take a shot when there's an Attack on Titan face, you finish your drink if they actually go diving, stuff like that.
So there's a drinking game for it, where every time they take a drink, you have to read 3 pages of text about why that's not ethically acceptable.
Yeah, also, there's one legitimate criticism, is they raise the ages in non-isekai, so that's pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I took 3 gap years after high school, before college. I'm 20 now.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't show underage drinking, because Japan's crazy.
Grand
They
Blue.
don't have justice there! That's what happens when you don't have justice.
Grand Blue is an isekai, as we all know, because they needed some kind of world with justice for this beautiful anime. Whew. Man, I wish we could have fit that into our schedule. But I mean, it would probably just win, and where's the fun of that? Instead, we have a killer showdown. Yeah, instead we have a killer showdown between, like, Chio-chan, Asobase, and Hataraku, and I don't know how that's gonna end up. We'll see what happens.
I don't know, Tenshi could pull it out.
Oh, I don't know. I
Of
could
course.
just do as bad of a job in every week from here on in as I did last week.
You could just
then
drop
Tenshi
dead,
could win.
and then I just defend Tenshi against no one.
Yeah, I have, like, slipped up and attacked my own show, like, both of the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, last week was a real slip up there.
Oh, darn. Oh. Man, I can't believe that got away. Thank God. Logan, what's your favorite thing that you're watching right now? What's your favorite thing from this season?
I'm actually really enjoying How Not to Summon a Demon Lord.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
why?
I really enjoy just how dumb and fun it is.
Okay.
Like, you know, it's not a great show. I know that. But I probably look forward to that the most, or one of the most, out of the shows I'm watching. That and Grand Blue are probably the 2.
So you work a hard 9 to 5 every day. You're out there in the fields plowing paperwork with your shovel and mule. And you come in after sweating a lot, after running the numbers a lot, and you need something to take your mind off the fact that your farm is failing because of the plague.
Yeah.
And this I guess is the show to do that for you, to bring you to a magical other world of wish fulfillment, as an isekai is meant to do.
Yeah. You know, it just puts a smile on your face and you don't think about anything for 20 minutes.
Yeah, it
And it's
placates you so the government can fill your mind with subliminals.
Yeah.
Truth
Wow.
is, the frogs were gay all along.
Yeah. It was in the anime, not the water. Alright, because I read a couple chapters of that manga and it did not really grab me, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
to each
fair.
their own. At least it's
totally institute thought police.
could happen any day now. It's already happened in anime, so it basically has already happened in real life. Because honestly, what's the difference?
Yeah. Anime is life.
Sometimes I have to explain to people that most of my personal characteristics have come from characters in anime that I thought were cool. And that never seems to go over well. Like, I'm 30% Hachiman from Snafu. That guy's the coolest. What's better than just sacrificing yourself and staying alone forever? That's awesome. Good going, man.
Having
Yeah,
a
that's
wife.
pretty lit.
Excuse me, I'm not some kind of idiot like Kohei from Grand Blue. Did you know he used to be an otaku?
Yeah,
Did you know?
I noticed.
Did you know he used to be... I should probably keep watching Hanavado, too, because I watched an episode of that for a mock argument that Scott and I did to prepare, and it was pretty good. It's no Haikyuu, and it's kind of weird,
Yeah.
because it's clearly very similar, you know?
I mean, it's written by the same guy, so
Yeah.
it should be similar.
It's written by the same guy, and it's like 2 rivals from middle school go to the same high school. Wah. But, like...
Yeah.
It's got more of a focus on, like, personal drama that I don't think is that necessary, because it's kind of crappy.
So here's my perspective, is that it's talking a lot about, like, competitive drive, and I did only see the first episode, but they didn't do a great job framing competitive drive in that one.
Yeah, the first episode does definitely make it look like the one girl is just the greatest because she is.
Yeah. Like, talent's cool and all, but you literally need muscle memory in sports like this. Like,
They do show that she did train for literally forever. later
Alright.
on.
Yeah.
But also it kind of gets bogged down in her mom's a bitch and stuff.
Scott, I didn't know you watch sports anime.
I don't.
Logan, you're a sports
Got 'em.
connoisseur. Where does this fit into the grand scheme of quality sports anime? Where does this fall on your rankings?
It's definitely not Haikyuu, but it's fairly close. I mean, it is a pretty good show. I think that the two rivals, the blonde and the pink-haired girl, I think that they look too similar.
0 out of 10.
When the blonde-haired girl was introduced, I thought it was the pink-haired girl again, and I was like, "Wait, how do they not know each other?" So that was my biggest complaint, to be honest.
So your biggest complaint is that all Japanese people look the same.
Oh yes, these foreigners in this anime show, they look too similar.
But they literally have different colors of hair. That's like the only thing that lets you know for sure that characters are different.
Yeah.
That's a pretty clear one.
I mean, if you look at like other people talking about it, I'm not alone in that, so I don't feel too bad.
I mean, it just pales in comparison to the ultimate sports anime of Keijo. So.
Oh yes, of course.
Man, I'll never have been there when you guys watched that, and I'll never get over it.
Yeah, rip.
Oh well. Anyway.
I still haven't seen it either. So.
But Attack on Titan.
I think I still have
Speaking
to watch.
of butt Attack on Titan, Attack on Titan 3, Season 3 is a real butt.
Yeah, I'm kind of just avoiding it forever. But that opening.
Yeah, the opening's like a meme, and then it starts with... The first episode just starts with them cleaning a house, which I'm pretty sure is how they started Season 2. It's freaking weird.
But then look out the window. What's that? A Titan comes in the window. And it helps them clean up. It mops the floor or something. What's happening in this season? Because I don't know where this fits into the manga.
They just, like, found out Yubina was a Titan, and she ran away with, what's the two people, Reiner and Bertholdt.
Tali and Brody.
Yeah, and then it just ended there, basically.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, Mikasa, like, it ended with, like, Mikasa being like, I love you, and Aaron's like, oh, yeah, friend zone.
Did that happen? Because I don't remember that.
I don't think she actually said I love you, but she made it, like, super obvious. And I don't even think that she knew that she was saying it. It was, like, this weird thing of, like, clearly that's what's implied, but the manga just kind of ignores it.
Well, I'm okay with ignoring it. That's okay. I think that's fine.
Oh, and then I forgot they just dropped in the, like, second or third episode that, friggin' what's-his-face, Levi is an Ackerman.
I thought that Levi was a shoe.
Yeah, true. So that whole like Asian people being all dead thing isn't true anymore.
Now, wouldn't they be able to tell? I'm no scientist, but couldn't you tell by looking at him?
See, the problem is that because they're anime, they all look alike, so you couldn't tell.
They have the same hair. I don't get it. That feels like something that you can't just do.
Yeah, Logan, can you tell the difference between the girl in Hanabato and Levi? Because I doubt it.
No, I can't. They're the same person, I'm pretty sure.
Sounds about right. Oh boy. So Chio-chan's School Road is very, very, very good.
Yo, the last episode was so good.
It was very, very good. Like, I can't get that dance out of my head. I can't get the yan-yan dance. Logan, if there's one thing that you can take away from this episode of this podcast, is that you should probably watch Chio-chan.
That's the commute to school one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so funny. It just does bits. It's like they actually comedically wrote this, like, okay, what's going to happen today? Like, there's thought put into it. How can we make a funny situation happen in 6 minutes? Yeah. They do, like, 3 chapters in the manga in an episode. It works out. Like, there's only one character that does anything, really, in the first bit, but it's so inspired, and just their way of interacting with the world is so interesting. See, that's the secret. That's the secret of entertainment, is that it turns out everything in this world is interesting if you just look at it in a dumb enough way.
Yeah, because, like, she clearly could just walk out of the bathroom disguised as a cleaning person.
Yeah.
But, why do that?
But instead, I literally thought that she did choke that guy out and steal his suit, because I wouldn't have put it past the show to do that. Sorry if you're a bit lost here. There's a bit where she's trapped inside of a men's bathroom because she really had to go and didn't notice. and she contemplates like taking a hose, strangling a guy, taking a suit, and walking out. And I thought that actually happened, but it turned out to have been a dream sequence. But I wouldn't have put it past the show because it's just silly like that. It's humor within reason. They create an actual situation and then have a really funny way out of it. It just reminds me of like what Shinya Bakuban could have been, I guess. Because wasn't that the original concept of the original show? Was that do something simple, and then they make a convoluted way to do it, and it fails? I guess the difference is that Chio-chan always succeeds in her convoluted ways to do things.
I guess, like, because this is kind of, extreme ordinary life, and it's sort of like a Nichijou or something, and that's what Shinya Tensei Bakuman could have been, and it's still sort of like edges on, but it's all about the meta.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel good at all.
But thankfully, we never have to watch that again. Also, fun fact, it is the third least popular show this season, after Future Card Shin Buddy Fight and Marvel Future Avengers second season.
Marvel Future's Avengers Season 2 is probably the greatest anime ever, because it's the direct sequel to Infinity War.
It is by Studio Madhouse, the geniuses that brought us One Punch Man. So, you're kind of dropping the ball a little here, Madhouse.
That's probably why they delayed Season 2, because they knew this show was so much better.
They had to spend months preparing the merch for when people would buy
they're not even doing Season 2, I forgot.
Oh, God.
It's like a JC staff or something.
Logan, if you were transported back in time and were some kind of war general, how good of a job do you think you would do?
How good of a job?
Yeah.
I mean, probably pretty poorly because I have no experience being a war general.
Thank you so much, and that is the key problem in most historical manga and anime writers, which we have seen in Angle Moist Genko Kasenki, because this guy is just apparently a genius, and I've talked about this theory before of history manga writers just saying, man, I'm so smart, if I had been the leader, I would have won.
If I had seen both sides of the battle, I could tell you what you should have done.
Yeah. Listen, if I had thousands of years to ruminate on the better way to do something, I can tell you I would have. If I knew about modern technology, I could have fucked him up.
There's an isekai this season that's also about a guy who goes to a medieval style fantasy world, and he has a smartphone that works, so he becomes the greatest general, and he just introduces the world to the phalanx and stuff. And I kind of thought you were referencing that for a second. It's really
I wish. That is the season. I forgot about Isekai no Smartphone San Chu. Where is that?
I thought that was last season that came out.
There was a previous show called something with my smartphone.
Oh, was that last
world
season?
Or whatever.
I guess that was last season.
There's one this season that's, again, a guy with a smartphone in a different world or the past
really?
or something.
Sick.
Wow, what a good concept.
If I had a smartphone, I could kill it as a general in the Mongol invasion.
It gets real great signal.
I mean,
just download Wikipedia before you go.
Just download all of Wikipedia before you go.
Hey, that's not a thing you can do, is it?
It actually is.
That's a crazy thing.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't actually take that much to download all of Wikipedia. It doesn't do the images. But...
I guess, it's all just text.
Well, you're not going to be able to do without the images. Cause...
Yeah, I mean, that's half the information.
You're isekai protagonist. You're not very bright.
That's true.
What's your least favorite show you're watching, Logan?
I mean, I completely dropped Satsuriki no Tenshi.
Thank you.
I'm still watching Island. I haven't watched the last 2 episodes of it, and that's probably the one that I dislike the most that I'm still watching, technically.
So probably that one, and I'll ask you about that again in a second. But just for my own cathartic, orgasm of sorts, what do you hate so much about Satsuriki no Tenshi?
Okay, I mean...
So I can use this against Scott.
The main character is dumb. I mean, she doesn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
A bunch of the stuff in the show just doesn't really make sense.
To you?
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense. It's almost as if they're moving throughout a video game world with no real motives of their own.
I loved in the last episode, right? It starts with them trapped in a gas chamber, and they get a card. They do this puzzle and get a card key, and then he breaks the card key, so they just randomly blow up the place to get out. And I'm like, I just watched 10 minutes of you trapped in a friggin' room just to cheat your way out. What a great episode.
Not only that, but they cheat themselves out in 10 seconds just because she happened to have a spark plug on her or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not true to the video game spirit of the show.
It's also like the last episode was like 5 minutes of them trapped in that room, and then this episode begins with 5 minutes, and they solve this whole puzzle that was really dumb, and then it doesn't even matter. What was the point of freaking 10 minutes of my life?
Hey, also he just put the card in the wrong way. Like we could see the arrow on that card telling him that was the side to put in, and he just put it in the other side.
Yeah, then he bends it like in the middle, and it's not even like broken.
You
like
could
it sounds like
still
he
put it
breaks
in.
it. He just needs to flatten it a bit and just shove it in the other way.
Like, dude.
Oh yeah, then she freaking keeps passing out from the gas, and I'm like, just move on with your life.
Just
Die.
be passed out or don't. Pick one.
Wait, she just gets back up after a minute, and she's like, "Oh yeah,
she, like,
fine."
She like falls over from the gas. He just lifts her up. Is like, "You can't die here." She's like, "Okay, I won't die here then." You know, people can play about the power of friendship in anime, but the power of wanting to die somewhere else is too strong in this anime.
Yeah. The power of God told me to is way too strong.
Yeah, suicide is bad.
The ultimate
And-
message here. Yeah.
Dying to gas is also bad, apparently.
God was very anti-Holocaust. For good reasons. For good reasons, don't get me wrong. But yeah, there's still only one villain left from all the pictures, though, so apparently Clem's just gonna keep going for like 3 more episodes.
Do you care about spoilers?
I really don't.
Alright, the Danny guy's not dead, the eyeball guy.
Wow. Man.
He comes back. You know,
I mean,
why not?
it's kind of a good guess since, you know, he dies, or like, quote, dies, unquote, in one episode, and that's a sixth of the characters in the show gone in the first episode. So probably a good call on that one. Yeah. Also, Vase is still going great. I don't know, I think
That's a great one.
I think it picked up a lot when they added that other butler character, and then also that Lord of that Lord of what does it translate to? Pleasure seeking? That's the other one.
She was
For
great.
just the person that had sex with everyone.
Yeah.
Well, pleasure seeking's the one. Man, I'm really glad that they added that. Just like that extra bit of spice of that butler. I think added a lot.
No, I wasn't big on the butler with the butt laser thing. I thought
Listen.
it was kind of weird, not that funny, but I enjoy him overall.
Yeah, butt lasers. I got over that pretty quick. He did not get over butt lasers pretty quick.
The freaking horror one at the beginning of this episode was pretty great. Just
Logan, are you
you can
caught
see
up?
that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
a great show.
And what a surprise too, because I didn't see this one coming. Also,
Yeah, it
Base, it
wasn't
was
even
kind
on
of a
the list
last minute inclusion on our part.
Yeah. I was really glad when they brought back the shogi bit and actually like made
yeah,
the butler
explained.
have
Right.
butt lasers and stuff.
I ship the butler with the granddad. I think that could work out. Also, there are now canonically aliens.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess this is also an isekai.
So is this actually a Studio Trigger show?
I think that this just counts.
Guys,
as
how do we
another
end this?
isekai.
It was aliens.
How do we start? Like, how do we end this 4th episode? It was aliens. What are you gonna do for the season finale if you've already pulled the aliens card?
More aliens.
The aliens were controlled by lizard people.
Olivia pulls off her face. It was aliens the whole time. What do you know? Yeah, overall, like, there's 4 shows in this season that I'm loving. Those being Grand Blue, Hataraku Saibo, Asabi Asabase, and
We didn't even
Chio-chan
talk
School
about the
Road.
last episode of Hataraku Saibo, which was so good.
Yeah!
The last
Yeah.
2 episodes are good. The previous one, the stomach one, wasn't that great, but I did love that Sugita is just there saying random cryptic bullshit.
Right? That was fantastic. But, like,
And then,
this allergies one is the best. It's the best
friggin'
thing.
conspiracy theory, everything, we're all gonna die was so good.
Right. I love how they handled an overreaction on the part of the immune system, because that's what allergies are. Because it's clearly
Well,
just
it's your fault for too many histamines. Well, it's your fault.
Jesus.
Yeah, I
love
went into that episode being really confused how they were going to pull that off. But I think they did a great job with it.
Yeah, it was my favorite one so far. And there
For
weren't
sure.
even platelets in it. What do you know? It's just that confusion. That running to the other room to pull out this legend of a clear overreaction. Like, it's all so accurate to how the body works, and I love it. And this is just a
Steroids just show up and just start killing everything.
Yeah, suddenly we have Terminator 4 on our hands. Terminator's 4, still terminating. Starring steroids. So, I don't know, I'm kind of worried that the appeal is gonna wear off eventually, though.
Of Hataraku Saibo?
Yeah. I'm still loving
Yeah.
it, but I have that fear in the back of my mind of what if this goes bad, as any person in any healthy relationships does.
I actually didn't really like the first couple episodes, and this episode and the last episode were what made me actually like the show. So
I honestly, like, half of what I love is just the art and character design.
yeah, that part's great. That's the best part of the show, for sure.
Clearly, David Production does a great job. But yeah, I mean, it's fun to learn things. I guess that's okay. Learning, yeah, whatever, sure, I'll take
I
it.
just enjoy the macrophage Onisamas.
It's very good. So I think we've hit on all the shows. Anything else about this halfway point in the season that we're at? You guys want to bring up? We're halfway through the season.
Oh yeah.
Woot woot.
Heyo. Oh, also, side note, it's a good thing that we're going to kick off Satsuriki no Tenshi soon, because it's 16 episodes.
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and some of them aren't airing. They're only DVD.
Oh my god.
What?
How do you... Yeah, I was questioning how they would make 13 episodes of this. And apparently there's going to be 16, so...
What are they doing?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
I don't know. There's literally 6 characters. I don't know what they're doing. Like...
and they do the same thing every episode. Oh,
Yeah.
there's... It's like a villain of the week, but your heroes also doesn't do anything to it. Does the same thing with every villain. So what's
Yeah.
the point?
And also, it's the same villain for many weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know. That one's gonna get kicked to the curb. But yeah, any other notes you guys want to put in here?
Not really.
Cool, Logan. This could be your
Yeah.
last chance at glory. What are your thoughts on this season's anime? Also, what's your ranking of shows that you're currently watching? Just so I know, best to worst.
Best to worst?
Yeah.
Okay. This is putting me on the spot.
Excuse me.
here.
Sorry. Favorite to least favorite.
Favorite to least favorite.
I don't know if that's a different thing to you, but
Okay, sure.
we've heard favorite and least favorite already. So
Yep. To fill it out, at the top there's Boku no Hero, under Grand Blue and How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Fuck. Under that is Boku no Hero, Hanebado, Overlord. Asobi Asabase. I don't know. It's hard to put them in the list on the spot.
okay. I mean, I just want to make sure that people know objectively how much to not like you. I just want people to be able to clearly like map themselves to you and see how compatible you are.
So, is anything actually like happening in Overlord? Because I haven't watched that since the first season.
Yeah, I dropped it in the first season because I was not interested in what was happening.
I mean, the show is just about a dumb NEET trying to figure out how to rule an empire, right? So a lot of it is him interacting with people and being like, what do I say? How do I do this? And I think that this
Just treat it
season
like
they've
a
done
video
it.
game, right? Isn't that all it is? Is he treats it like a video game?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, but I don't know, this season they've done a really good job. Like, they've shown him practicing how to sit down, and then he goes in and then, he sits down in an extravagant manner, and
you're
everyone
really
claps
selling
and
that.
Wow,
stuff.
man. Yeah, I sit
Yeah.
down every day of my life, and it doesn't
Uh.
seem all that impressive. I don't know.
I'm sitting right
They've done
now.
a good job.
Yeah, spoilers. I'm sitting right now. Can I get an anime?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's probably not for me. Oh, that's also a Madhouse show. They're doing 2 shows this season.
I think they're doing 3.
Probably. There's probably some. Yeah.
Yeah.
The gambling one.
Oh yeah,
The
were you
other one's
watching
okay.
Review Starlight?
Yeah, I forgot to talk about that one. I actually just caught up to it today. I was like a couple episodes behind because I just started a couple days ago. And that's an interesting show right there. I don't really know what's going on in it,
Yeah, I think that's kind of the
but
point.
it's entertaining.
Oh, that's the
It's
one with
got
that transformation sequence you shared.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
got a Yuri undertones, which hopefully eventually become overtones.
Yeah, undertones are useless. All right. Well, unfortunately, I have standards, so I don't watch idol shows.
They're not idols, thank you. They're friggin' review practices.
Unfortunately, I have standards, so I don't watch idol shows, as I said. So,
They aren't idols yet. Come
It's
on.
a criticism of the review school of art in friggin' Japan. Come on.
unfortunately, I have standards, so I don't watch idol shows. Yeah. Hey, good anime. It's doing great. And the great thing is that the farther along we go in this season, in the series, the less bad shows I have to watch. But, like we're at just the cream of the crop, and Angle Moist is also there too, I guess. Oh, I guess I've
yeah.
already written off Satsuriki. But...
Don't write it off yet.
I hope so.
Yeah, it could be the winner. You never know.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
What if it gets really good?
It won't. And if it does, then I'll make sure not to bring up any of those good points. Listen, it's already dead to me. It can't come back.
Yo, that show has justice. It's the American anime.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
You're
Does
showing the judge as corrupt justice, as opposed to the true justice of Kami-sama.
I'm pretty sure they're all murderers, so I don't really know if there's much justice there.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure that they're all in this building and in their respective floors can kill anybody, and that's the point. And that's the
Yeah,
horror.
but what if they haven't
Could
killed
be
anyone yet?
euphemism.
Yeah.
Maybe it just means put him to sleep.
Hey, can we real quick? How crazy was it that there was another person in this building that was in Clem's cell? How crazy is that? There was another person in this building at some point. Do they
Not
put
that
people
crazy.
in this building?
I feel like they feel that everything feels like a prop that isn't one of the main characters.
Yeah. Anyway, hey, good episode this week, guys.
Yeah.
This was a good episode of
Yeah.
this podcast that's now done.
Thanks for joining us, Logan.
Of
Yeah.
course. I try, you know?
You're sure to be a fan favorite then.
Oh yeah,
Cool,
of
everyone.
course.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear back from like 3 people.
Just to hear back from all of our fans, like that Craig guy.
Yeah.
Wait,
Let's go,
hold on.
Craig.
Wait a second. Hey, Scott, what do you say that person's username was?
I don't remember at all.
Okay, because all I remember is that it has Craig in it, and it could be like an account that my ex-coworker made because he always called me Craig because it was my middle name, and he doesn't have a middle name, so he was pretty interested in middle names. It
I
could
thought
be,
you hid your middle name from people.
yeah, but then I stopped doing that because I'm not a fucking kid.
Wow.
My
what a
middle
loser.
name's Craig. Get over it.
I hope that's fake.
Yeah. Also, life-changing discovery the other day. It turns out that was like one of my grandmother's maiden names, and I never knew that.
Craig.
One of your grandmother's names.
I thought it was just a name that somebody liked and then gave me. Anyway.
Huh.
Yeah, and now I have a real family background, I guess. But it's too late because I already don't identify with it.
I'm
Congratulations.
happy for you.
Congratulations.
Medito.
Hey, again, good episode, guys. I've been Eric.
I've been Scott,
I've been Logan.
and this is NPR.
This is Car Talk. Spin those wheels.
Wee woo wee woo.
Wait, didn't a car talk person just die?